Greetings, Tetris citizens. It is your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for June 2025. We've got 5 matches for you tonight, and these are Masters matches. They could go 5 games apiece, double 39s. This could take forever. This could be like 10-hour stream. Who knows? But what we've got for you first is the orange preliminary bracket. This is the last of our preliminary brackets. It's going to be Myles and Wallbant, and the winner will face the reigning Masters champion, who's going for back-3-back this month, Dog playing Tetris. So it'll be Myles versus Wallbant, winner against Dog. This will all feed into a match against Meme later in the week or later in the month or whatever. So that is the first thing we've got. Those are 2 matches, right? Match 1, match 9. And then we have a top 16 bracket. That is going to be Alex T versus Hydrant Dude, and then Scooty versus Tetris Time, and the winner of each of those against each other for a semifinal spot. We've already got 1 player in our semifinals. That is Pixel Andy, earlier today, making it into the semifinals, trying to go for his first Masters win since 2023, and becoming only the 2nd player to be in the semifinals of Das Masters and Masters in the same month. The first player was Fractal back in March. So Pixel Andy waiting in the semifinals. And yeah, I mean, the bracket that we're about to play isn't going to play Pixel Andy, but I figured you would want to know who is already waiting there. So yeah, so it's going to be Myles, Wallbant, winner versus Dog. And then Alex T, Hydrant Dude, Scooty and Tetris Time, winner versus winner. So that is what we've got going on. Upcoming streams. What is coming up? Yeah, after tonight, the next streams are going to be on Tuesday. We've got top 16, green and teal, both in Das Masters and in Masters. Das Masters has Meme, Knight, Hana, and defending champ Giovanni. And then the Masters bracket has Tristop, Guafi, Cole, and Eyeball. And the day after that, we're finally going to do that pink. Is that Masters? No, that's Das Masters. That's wrong on the thing, right? Yeah, so that's a Das Masters thing. That pink, that's Rorschach, Colby, Scott Obozo. So that is wrong on the slide. We're going to go ahead and fire. Here, we'll fix it right now. Right in front of your eyes. You ready? Watch. Oh my God. We fixed it. Technology. All right, let's take a look at our rules. Excuse me. This is the Masters event. It's a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NT. SC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. Players can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any in-game real-time advice. They should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. And if they do experience tech issues like internet outages or the like, just keep playing. I will sort it out. Just keep playing. Don't pause. Don't do anything else. Just keep playing. Level 18 starts all the way through the Masters event. Level 39 super kill screen should be turned on. We will be uncapping the score, so do that. The A, B, C, D, E, F, and the like. Same piece that's re-rolled in between each game of the match. Best of 5. That means the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match, and the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $1,239.99. We are $760.01 away from our top 8 incentive. If we get to $2,000, we can pay the top 8 players in this tournament. This is a great amount so far. Love it. We play the top 4. That's good. We pay the top 8. That's pretty nice because players know they can, try to, hey, maybe I should try qualifying. If I win a couple of matches, I might get into the prize pool and make it worth my while So please do consider contributing to the prize pool. Use the Matcherino command. If you're watching live on YouTube and Twitch, it'll bring up 2 links. The first is the one for the Masters event. Click on that. That will take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner is where you log in. Use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to do that. And once you've done that, we've got a raid from the DRMC. Thank you for the raid party of 39. Once you've done that, you can click on the mustard-colored button that says contribute. I think that's what it says, right? Yeah, click on that. It opens up a link or a page or a window or whatever, and it's easy. So thank you to everybody who has contributed to the prize pool so far. We are, well, it's been a long time since we missed our goal. I don't want to start now, but listen, y'all are doing the best you can. I understand. So, yeah, if you got, 1, 5, 10, 20, whatever you got kicking around, chuck it in there if you love the Masters event and want to support these players. If you want to support the channel, that's a thing you can do too. You got plenty of options. You got Twitch bits and subs and Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subs. You can gift, what are those, subscriptions. On YouTube, you've got channel memberships. You can gift to channel memberships. You get super chat, super stickers, and super this and super that. And then you can also go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris and make an ongoing pledge of monthly or annual support to keep this channel going, just like the people on the screen that you are seeing have done and are doing. So thank you to everybody who's listed on this screen. And big extra shouts to Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cacket, and Mila. Thank you all so very much. If you want to go to the merch store, that's another way you can support the channel. By the way, oh my God, this slide is so ugly now. It always was, but ctm.wtf is where the merch store is. You can get merch, stuff you can wear, stuff you can drink out of. And yeah, there's stuff there. You can also gift it to the chat if you want to Twitch chat anyway. The store knows when we're online, and it allows you to gift merchandise to the chat. And that is always fun, and thanks to everybody who has already done that. All right, let's open up our play scene, and we'll see what we got. We'll fix the cams. We'll get all this going. Wallbant has a big pink cable going from something to his head, and that is something I haven't seen before, so I'm enjoying that, I guess. Let's refresh Myles, who appears to have frozen a bit. All right, let me adjust stencils on Myles' side for one thing. It probably is not his fault. It's probably the previous inhabitant of the 17 slot, but we'll reset the transform and see because usually Myles is good. Yeah, that's good. And then 32, well, usually Wallbant is good, so we'll fix Wallbants as well. Player 2 game. Reset the transform and Viola. There it is. All right, let's fix cams and we'll get these players some pieces and we can get started in a moment. There's that. Myles' camera. All right. Now, is this dinner time? Are we going to see Mom come in with the pizza rolls? Because that's always my favorite part of the Myles stream. Or the ice cream. I do like that, too, when he gets ice cream. Already did. Oh, nice. All right. So you're all sated. You're feeling good. You're not, you're all fueled up. Good job. All right, let me fix Wallbant cam and then we will get going here. All right, what are we looking for? This. All right, we're gonna match. We gotta match Wallbant's bedspread too, right? So that's important to get the immersion. See, this is what we do, right? So we do this, and I find a color here to match at the top and the bottom of the screen. And let's see, we're gonna match his bedspread. It's not perfect, obviously, but there's that. And then when we switch over to this, you kind of don't know that the camera doesn't go all the way to the middle, right? So that is the secret that we do. Okay. So players, I'm going to go ahead and drop you some pieces. There they are. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Studio mode. That's what we want. Studio line from L'Oreal. What's up, Evesy? How's it going? Okay, looks like both players are they're ready to go. They're not messing around like some of our other contestants here. 55A46D, 55A46D. Looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. It is the orange bracket, round one between Myles and Wallbant. Let us get them underway. The winner goes to round two to face Dog playing Tetris in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Myles, seed number 17, qualified into this tournament with a 1.36 million average of his best two games played in a 60-minute qualifying period. Myles is from the United States of America, has an overall PB of 8.06 million in an uncapped game. That's good for 7th on the overall PB leaderboard the last time I checked. Myles was ranked number 10 in the most recent, well, I guess this month's June Premier Poll, a ranking of Tetris players done by poll of journalists, broadcasters, and tournament organizers. So Myles was number 10. Myles, I think this is Myles' 35th appearance in an online major, has also 3 appearances in Lone Star, so 38 overall appearances. 4 of those being Mega Masters, is a winner of a Challenger circuit, 5-time CTWC gold participant, including back-to-back top 8s in 2024 and 2025. Myles was first in the Desert Qualifier in 2022, second at Stillwater and Waco last year, and the winner of CTB Winter Games 2025. That's Dog Playing Tetris's multidisciplinary Tetris tournament invitational. So there you go. That is Myles, and you can look up Myles on all your favorite social media platforms, and you'll also learn things like he's the 6th game crasher. My word. On the right side of your screen, it is Walbant, seed number 32, qualified in with a 1.07 million average of 2. Wallbant is on the list of known Canadian Tetris players, has a PB of 1.69 million, which is good for about 54th on the list. This is Wallbant's 13th appearance in Masters. He has finished as high as top 8, which was in February of 2023. So looking to make a return to the top 8. Has been in Mega Masters 3 times. 3-time future circuit winner, 1-time hopeful circuit winner. 250 for Myles, 267 for Wallbant. Wallbant has been in the gold bracket of CTWC 3 times, which is the last 3 years. Also was second in Boston last year, top 4 in last year's Montreal event as well, and has several high finishes in the level 12 tournaments that were run by Evesy and or Pumpy Hart. Made it into the finals of that event 2 different times against Gerald and Scooty, who were the winners, and also was in the top 4 in the most recent one. 318 for Myles, 336 for Walbant. There's a Tetris Wallbant 361. This is a best of 5. The first player with a 3 next to their name is the winner and advances to the next round. This is an open play style tournament. All play styles are welcome to at least try and enter. But with 32 players now, we are seeing, the occasional tapper and DAS player make their way in with really, good performances. We had a great performance from Eliash as a DAS player. Didn't get through to the next round, but great performance from, really the best of the DAS players and tappers. 414 for Myles, 455 for Wallbant, but both players that we see here are rolling. Oh, this is not top 8, sorry. This is round 1. My apologies. Gonna fire the director here. Thank you, Colin. Colin caught me. I was wrong on the internet, guys. Dirty Tetris for Myles, 464. We are about 20 lines away from the level 19 transition. The colors of the pieces will change. The speed of the pieces will increase by 50%. And they will stay that speed through the next, 100 lines. And it will increase again at level 29, 230 lines. And from there, it will double. Pull back there from Wallbant. Long bar goes in. 551 for him and 574 for another Tetris from Wallbant. And 596, so one more Tetris available for Wallbant. Could get in with a 600K. Myles is into 19 with a 581. Both of these very healthy transitions. 600K is like, I don't know. I mean, 700K would be clearly S tier plus, but 600K, a really amazing transition. Myles, pretty decent transition as well at 580. So the levels will continue to increment every 10 lines. The value of line clears will go up every time the colors change. Tetris for Myles, 661. 661 for Walbant. They're 3 lines apart. Tetris for Myles, 699. The levels will continue to increment until morale improves, says Summer B. I suppose I don't think morale ever improves in classic Tetris. I think you go, oh, this would be a fun game to try, and then morale worsens basically in perpetuity and continuously forever. 766 for Myles, 759 for Walbant, another Tetris for Walbant, 818 on 24. So Walbant ahead by about 19,000 points, something like that. Chen says, hi, Vandy, gotta visit family. I will have to miss this stream. See you next stream. Oh, my goodness, Chen. Well, say hello to your family from Van Dweller, and then tell me what they said after you said that. All right, Walbant with the tuck there. Trying to keep that right side open. Takes a burn. Myles. Kind of digging this down before it gets much worse. Of course, Myles, a social media viral sensation with all his Tetris exploits, his various digs, where he has these prodigious down stacks that get a lot of oohs and ahs from people on the internet. Tetris for Myles, 913. Another Tetris for Myles. And Tetris for Walbant. So they were one line apart, and Myles was in the lead. El Pelton says, don't forget Sand Tetris. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like an officially licensed Tetris game. And I know Myles only plays officially licensed Tetris games. So Zar Jordan with the sub on Twitch. Thank you so much. Max out for Myles, A18. And there's a Tetris Myles into 29 at A57. Thanks again, Zar Jordan, for the resub. 52 months. That's a lot of months. All right. Wallbant is into 29 as well. Myles into level 30. Myles ahead. All right. Lines are basically tied. Myles is ahead by like 35,000, which is around a Tetris worth of points. Tetris is on 31, or worth 38,400. And oh no, Myles' board is a bit of a mess. So that is going to be a top out for Myles. Can Walbant chase this down? Trying to do it, getting tucks over on the left side and getting pieces on the left. Are you serious? What the heck? Oh no, and Walbant cannot get that J to the left, but those tucks on the left side of the board were sick. Those were insane. I thought he was just in a totally other plane of existence and he was gonna bring this down and chase Myles down. It didn't happen, but what the heck? Everybody's too good, man. Everybody is way too good now. Myles is gonna hang on and take that one though. That was crazy. How do you do that? I think Wallbant needs to go viral. What the heck? Wallbant, you got to go on TikTok. My goodness. Do they use hashtags on TikTok? Is there a hashtag on there? TikTok, more like TikTok. Am I right? All right, anyway. No, I'm not. 2311 CF. Both players are on seed. Both players have signaled ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down in game number 2. Myles up 1 game to none. Let's go. Prime sub for Occupy Starbucks says sick tucks. Yes, indeed. Those were some sick tucks. Kevin Porter says those were some nutty tucks. I don't know why that sounds weird. Nutty tucks. It's a weird, so just a weird juxtaposition of words. All right, Walbant with a Tetris. He gets his first one on the board. A tuxtaposition. Packy is here. Hello, Packy. No doubt you are here visiting us from Dr. Mario Championship. Thank you to the DRMC for the raid earlier. We are playing the CTM Masters event, the longest running online Tetris tournament. Now, should we ban people from talking about Dr. Mario in this chat? What do you think, guys? 140 for Wallbant, 140 for Myles. We should? All right, we should. I love the Dr. Mario Championship, so don't get me wrong, but sometimes I go over there and you know how it flashes the channel rules at you? And it says, like, don't talk about any other puzzle game communities. Only talk about Dr. Mario. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess. Am I welcome in here? I don't know. Well, I am here to tell you, Dr. Mario people, you can talk about Dr. Mario in here all you want. You can talk about Dr. Mario. You can talk about Tetris. You can talk about Lemmings. I would love to do a Lemmings World Championship. Be like 7 hours per match. All right, Wallbant trying to bring this down. Tetris for Wallbant, 261 for Myles. So players pretty much neck and neck in score and in lines. or at least when they're neck and neck in lines, they are neck and neck in score. Should it, Vandy, here's a request. Should it not be allowed talking about other Tetris game? Yeah, you can talk about whatever you want. I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm just happy people are talking, and I want people to, you know, talk about whatever they want. With it, you know, as long as it doesn't break TOS, and if it's not a bad thing to say about another person or super edgelordy, that I don't care about the topic. Well, maybe I do care a little bit about the topic. No politics. All right, I think I've opened up a can of worms. 381 for Wallbant. Here's what I'll say. Talk about any game you want. All right, Wallbant trying to bring this down. 385, 449 for Myles. The Stone says pace. You can talk about pace in this chat. You never thought Vandy would say edgelordy? Do you know me at all? I mean, do you know me as a 15-year-old? Me as a 15-year-old, I would have been banned from CTM in like the first day. No question. 497 for Myles, 435 for Walbant. All right, Wallbant here. Let's kind of hoping for a quick bar here. And yeah, bar is going to come just as he blocks that little gap there. So Myles 6'11 through 126. He's got one more Tetris available. He is set up for it. He's got a good, low, drama-free board here as he enters, or is about to enter 19. And there is the Tetris for Myles. 635. Transition for him. That is a very, very robust transition score. Talk. Can I talk? No. 497 for Walbant. He's one line away from 19. Vandy, I'm going to say a bad thing about another person. You can't do it. Don't do it. Black Ops, you've been so good so far. Don't do it. Tetris for Wallbant, 572. Myles at 711. Well, he's not at 711. His score is 711. Otherwise, you know, get me a big gulp. 597 for Wallbant, 768 for Myles. I don't need a big gulp. You don't know what I need. You think Slurpee is better than Big Gulp? I don't know if I'm on Team Slurpee. I'm more on Team... oh my God, what is that? Slush Puppy. I'm on Team Slush Puppy, guys. Sorry. Long bar down, Wallbant 686, 861 for Myles. Is Slush Puppy still a thing? I don't know if it is. That should come back. 744 for Wallbant. 893 for Myles. So Myles ahead by like 150,000 points. Kids don't know what a Slush Puppy is. They're served at a lot of ice cream places. Yeah, I used to love that Slush Puppy. My friends and I, when we were like, you know, between the ages of like 9 and 10 and 12, or that around that age, we would ride our bikes to, like, there was a convenience store, but it was in another town. So technically we had to go to another town, but we would go there. We would get Slush Puppy and Big League Chew and candy cigarettes and all these stupid 80s candies. and treats. Jolt Cola. A64 for Myles, 908 for Wallbant. I like those candy buttons on a piece of paper, and you would just like have to eat paper. Dirty Tetris for Myles. He's got a 1.1 on 28. Tetris for Myles. He's got one more available before the 29 transition hits. The speed is going to double. He is going for it. He's going to have a somewhat high board, though, going into 29. Can't get the Tetris, gets it immediately after. All right, he's going to bring it down very quickly. B93 for Myles on level 30. Wallbant, A50. One Tetris more he can get. He gets it. A87 entry for Wallbant. It's about a, I don't know, was it like a 60,000 point difference at transition? I don't know. And Wallbant's board up a little bit high here, but now I have no idea what to expect. We saw him, oh man. He's just manhandling those pieces to the left in that game one that I halfway expected him to bring this down. Wallbant going to top out with the 1.1. Myles is good in game number 2. Candy Button is on the same level of bad as Candy Corns. I love candy corns. I love them. I'm young. Explain what that is. What, candy buttons? If it's candy buttons, it's like a strip of paper, like a roll of paper that has like candy, little dots of it stuck to the paper. You peel. As Myles is going for rollover here on 35, he's going to do this Maxi Mullen, going for that rollover. And it would be stuck to the paper, and then you would peel the little dots off the paper. But inevitably, you would eat paper. Like, there's no way to get the paper off 100%. So you would just be eating candy and paper. I think once they banned those, life expectancy in the U.S. started to climb. Myles F34, that is a 1.5 million. He gets a Tetris. He's 16,000 away from rolling over the score. And there is the Tetris for Myles. He's rolled over the score. That is a 1.6 million. And another Tetris for Myles. He's playing on 39. What the heck, this guy? All right, he's got the rollover. Myles just decides to, keep going, dunk on Wallbant a little bit. I don't know if this is like U.S.-Canada rivalry, what it is, but Myles taking it to the house and getting that rollover. You associate those candies with Faneuil Hall for some reason. Yeah, there were little candy shops and things that you could go to at Faneuil Hall. I'm sure they still have them. We don't say Faneuil Hall. We say Faneuil Hall. Sorry, French speakers. It's Quincy Market at Faneuil Hall, right? Yeah, Quincy Market at Faneuil Hall. Faneuil Hall, I guess, incorporates Quincy Market. Okay. 628BCF. Oh, I thought the seed checker was going to get you guys, but nope, you guys did a good job. Nobody pinned the seed, by the way. If we can get mods to pin seeds, that would be great. Okay, both players are ready. Game number 3, Walbant looking to win one to stay in this tournament. And let us get them started. And they are starting. Quincy Market. Ma, we're going to Faneuil Hall. Quincy Market. All right, 23,000. We're underway for Myles. Wallbant looking for his first Tetris. He's already one row off the bottom. Anyone remember chocolate Skittles? No, I don't remember that. If I had infinite money, I would open up an old school soda fountain shop with candy store. Well, why do you need infinite money? Why don't you open it as a successful, profitable business? People are doing that. There's a candy shop in Austin. They don't have a soda fountain, but I bet you could do it. Yeah, just open it. You don't have to have infinite money. You could earn infinite money by doing that. I think a lot of towns have these like old school, shops that have old school candy and, kind of little toys and things like that. You don't think the market is there? I mean, candy reaches into every childhood in America, really, and adults with seeking nostalgia. I think I don't know, man. 166 for Myles, 151. If you have a dream, if you say, if I have infinite money, I would do this, just do it. All right. Take out a business loan based on candy. Just walk in. Make sure to have lots of toys created in other nations so you can, have that destroyed by tariffs. All right. 213 for Myles. 199 for Wallbant. Only I can. Oh, I'm the only one allowed to talk about economics in chat. I'm the only one. Skip wants me to open a candy shop out of a van. Oh my goodness. Skip, logic. Chocolate Skittles? I don't remember. Vandy's candies? What the heck? Yeah, Skip. Why don't we open a store called Vandy's Candies? Let's do it. Or maybe I should just come up with a candy idea and sell it to you guys. Vandy's Candies. 315 for Wallbant. Dirty Tetris for Myles. 352. Doughy bears. Delicious. Yeah. Doughy bears. All right, that's it. I'm going into the candy business. Forget it. We're just gonna, hey, if you get diabetes, that's your own fault, kids. All right. Caveat emptor. All right, long bar over Tetris Wallbant 388 410 for Myles. Vandy's Candy sounds like a head shop. Maybe. No, it's just glass art, Big Pile Guam. It's just glass art. You're not. What you do with it, is your own. That's your own thing. It's just glass art, though. All right, 461 for Myles. Both players trying to survive a little bit of a drought. Yeah, how do I get a candy made? I gotta work on this. A couple of Tetrises for Wallbant, 492, 515 for Myles. I don't support the use of edibles or anything like that. People in chat are saying that. That's not me. I don't have anything to do with that, and I don't advocate it. $497 for Wallbant, $561 for Myles. Lofty Pursuits in Florida. All right, I'm going to look it up. 634 for Myles, 547 for Wallbant. I'm glad some of you are too innocent to know what all that is. Tetris for Myles, 661, 554. Long bar Tetris Wallbant. Another Tetris Wallbant, 635. There's one for Myles. Myles up by 105,000 points. I don't know, Mr. Burrow. I don't think anybody would belong to any kind of fan club involving me. Maybe Chen would be in it. Chen would be the president and sole member. But other than that, I don't think so. Tetris for Wallbant, 726. Myles is board. Has got some gaps in multiple rows and columns, so he's getting this burned down. All right, Myles set up for a dirty Tetris, takes his couple of skims and gets it. Another dirty Tetris for Myles, 883. So, you know, Myles is in that dig. Wallbant started to cut into the lead, but then Wallbant started to dig, and now Myles' lead, I think, is bigger than it was before they both started digging. So Myles able to gain some ground on Myles during on Wallbant during those digs. Tetris for Myles, 985. Tetris for Wallbant, 891. A setup there for Wallbant, and he gets it. 927. A 56 for Myles. He's got the max out. Tetris for Myles. He's got one more available. He can get another 1.1 into 29. He does. It's B30. Wallbant is in at 967, so it's about a 160,000 point lead. Is that what it was? 160? Who knows? That was 10 seconds ago. How am I going to remember what happened 10 seconds ago? All right, Myles taking this board down a bit. B57. Wallbant's left side is cut off. I don't know what he can get over there. If he does, he's a hero. But no, I mean, he's still a hero, but can't get it over there. I mean, that was crazy. So Walbant will top out at 988. Myles, should I tell him he's won, or do we want to watch him keep stressing a bit? Myles, you've won. All right, he's going to see if he can bring this down and have an intentional top out. That's what he wants. He just wants to get an intentional top out. You don't want a natural top out at B93. The upper echelon of all the stat patters. All right. Thanks again, Walbant. Hope to see you in subsequent months. GG's to you, but it is Myles who will be moving on to play against Dog. So 3-0 Walbant. Myles, sorry. 3-0 Walbant was the name in front of my eyes when I was saying the word Myles. Okay. Let's reset the whole thing. We'll bring in our next player. It's going to be round 2. And let's see. Goodbye, Myles. Hello, Dog. And then goodbye, Walbant. Hello, Myles. Myles is teleported to the other side of the screen. So I'll go ahead and fix all this up. Sage with the sub on Twitch. Thank you, Sage. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to try to guess where Dog's cam is going to be. This is my guess after years. This is the guess. Oh, I was totally wrong. Dog on tiny cam. It's a little baby cam. That was very small. All right. It's all right. We're doing it. All right. Oh, he must be playing on Andy's stencil. All right, we're fixing this out. No, it's the previous slot. It's not Doug, I'm sure. His stencil's fine. We'll reset the transform. Oh, whoops, I did that. Let me undo that. Go to game. And, yeah, reset transform. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's perfect. Of course it is. Dog, solid. Okay, don't forget, we do have a prize pool, and the prize pool does come from you, the viewers. So if you do want to contribute to the prize pool, that is a thing you can do. It's currently at $1,239.99. Not a lot of streams left to go for this Masters event. We're already doing our second top 16. After this, we've got 2 more top 16s and then the finale. So after this stream, I think there's only going to be 3 more Masters streams. Is that right? Assuming we don't break them up. So not a lot of time to get your prize pool contributions in. Of course, if you want to wait to the finals, you can do that just for more suspense. That is fine. Doesn't Dog have a famous brother? Yeah, maybe. We have to finish Orange, though. Orange is, well, I mean, after today, we have, 4 streams. You're right. So I meant after today. So after today, we will have the red. No, we'll have the green. We'll have the orange. And then we'll have the finals. That's 3. That's what I'm saying. After, Dog. Listen. That's all right. It's fine. Let's see what's in Miles's room, shall we? What's going on in Miles's room? Normally, you don't see a lot of stuff there, but I think he's got a Slanket or a Snuggie or something. Is that what that is? The dog. Oh my God, I'm gaslighting teenagers now. I mean, that's my whole job, though, Dog. So yeah, I think, is that, now do you think that is a Slanket or a Snuggie, or is it just a fleece blanket? It kind of looks like Miles has like a goblet, but it's a lamp. But you can't really see the lamp part, so it looks like he just has this like golden grail on his side table there. It's a blanket you can wear like a coat. Yeah, so like a Snuggie or a comfy or a slanket. Yeah, it's got like armholes. I have one of those. I have a comfy. It's really good. Myles, you're just looking at your bedroom, man. Miles's room looks like a hotel room. I mean, you know, it really does. Dude is living clean, living an orderly life. I'm for it. I think it's great. All the mess is hidden. Yeah, you just put stuff off to the side and like it's kind of like out of view, but yeah, for real. Eventually, you know, that picture I used to put of Myles in my background, like his graduation picture, I eventually donated that frame to Goodwill. So now there's just a picture of Myles at a Goodwill. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at the mess. Look at that messy. It was such a mess. So Myles, there's probably just a random picture of you like at Goodwill now. All right, let's get these players in pieces now that they are here. What if somebody sees the photo and like they recognize it and they go, "Oh my God, wait, isn't that Myles Miller?" And then the person next to them will be like, "Who the hell is Myles Miller?" I hope that happens. I in my head I believe that's gonna happen. So that'll be good. Now, Myles, do you keep your room that way, or does your mom just clean your room for you? I'm just curious. Just curious. This matchup has never happened before, Jasmine, right? You are right. All right, 431 E86, 431 E86. Both players have signaled ready, and yeah, I think we should start them. Let's go ahead. Round 2, Dog versus Myles in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Dog playing Tetris. He is the reigning CTM Masters champ, and he is the reigning CTM Mega Masters champ. So he's won Mega Masters in April. He won Masters in May. So right now he's going for the back 3 back. He qualified into this tournament, barely sneaking into the top 16. So he gets to avoid a round 1 match. But he's got to play here in round 2. Dog is an 11-time CTM Masters, Lone Star, whatever event winner. 11 CTM majors, inclusive of Lone Star and Mega Masters and just regular Masters and all that. He qualified in with... Why does this say this? Wait a minute. What is wrong with my... Let me turn off my... What? Wait a minute. Oh, that's DAS Masters. That's why. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, yeah, he qualified in with a 1.0. Is like he qualified in with a 1.037. Wait, what? No. That was DAS Masters. Wait, where did my... There it is. There it is. All right, finally. He qualified in, guys, to seed number 16 with a 1.36 million. That's the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. He's your overall score world record holder with a 29.4 million in an uncapped game. He also achieved the the rebirth on Tetris Gym with that one. He is in the June Premier poll. He's the #1 ranked player. He's got the highest PB. He's got the most CTM victories. He's won CTWC 2 times. He's been in the semifinals 5 times. This is his 51st appearance in the online Classic Tetris Monthly, and then, of course, 3 in Lone Star. So 54 overall appearances in CTM major events for Dog. That is #1. He's also got 2 Das Masters victories. Most recently in March of 2025. He's the 8th game crasher. And I don't know, is that enough about Dog? I think so. On the right side of your screen, it is Myles, the Great, qualified into seed number 17. Defeated Wallbant to get here to round 2 to take on Dog. He's got a PB of 8.063 million. So that's 7th on the list. He's the 10th ranked player in the Premier poll. The 6th game crasher, got the game crash before Dog did. Did that in May of 2024. Myles, with 35 appearances in online CTMs and 3 Lone Star appearances, so that's 38 overall. Won a Challenger circuit back in January 2023. He's been in the finals 4 times, in the semifinals an additional 5 times. Won the Desert Qualifier in whatever the Desert Qualifier was in 2022. I don't remember. Also the winner of Dog Playing Tetris's most recent tournament that the Dog puts a series of tournaments on under the name Classic Tetris Brawl, and Myles was the winner of that tournament, CTB Winter Games 2025. 414 for Dog, 428 for Myles. Myles also a 5 times participant in CTWC Gold Bracket, and he's finished in the top 8 twice, back-to-back years, 2024 and this year, just a few weeks ago. $482 for Dog. Myles, $481. These folks have played a bunch of high-stakes matches, both CTM and otherwise. They most recently played in Mega Masters of 2025. They also played in the top 8 of CTWC last year, 2024. They're both into 19. Dog with a 601, Myles with a 578. And in one of his famous Myles digs. So let's see if he can complete this one. Oh, no, that's going to be a top out for Myles on level 20, 584. Dog, you are good in game number 1. And hard to give up a game early to a player like Dog. So Dog will go up 1 game to none. Was Vandy just being sarcastic about them not playing each other? No, they've never played each other. This is their first time they've ever met, guys. Spida, it's true. They've never played against each other. except in Mega Masters 2025, CTM July 2024, Lone Star Dash Championship, Lone Star Championship 2024, CTWC 2024, CTM September 2023, Lone Star 2023, CTM March 2023, Waco, CTWC, and a bunch of CTL matches. But other than that, it's the first time. All right, so we'll go ahead and drop pieces here. 9E999C. Vandy, if you're reading this, say flabbergasted. I will not do that. All right, looks like both players are ready. 9E999C. That's a seed. All right, let's get them started. Game number 2, Dog is up 1-0. Vandy, I'm begging you, Dog got a line spin in the last game, so please mention it. I'm not going to mention it. You all saw it. So anyway, they've played each other a lot in a lot of high-stakes games. $23,000 for Dog as we get underway. Myles in kind of an early pickle here. Let's see if he can bring this down. Yeah, there is kind of a lack of long bars, although I'm not sure you want too many long bars right now at this exact moment, but all right, Myles bringing this down. Has 5 bars right now, 19 Z's. Long bar still 5. There's one finally for both players. 22 Z's, 6 long bars, and S's are at like 15. Probably averages around 14 pieces. So long bar is pretty dear right now. They're starting to come through now. 125 for Dog. 112 for Myles. Survived a great dig. And of course, Myles, whole shtick on social media is these, when you think it's over, getting out of these digs. So kind of known for those. Although I guess would you rather be known for like these amazing digs or just having like just stress-free, easy Tetris all the time? I don't know. I guess, just boring Tetris doesn't get the views, right? Oh, here's just, solid, drama-free, stress-free Tetris all the time. 247 for Dog, 213 for Myles. For as long as these players have been in the community, and they go back, Myles has matches going back to 2019. Dog has matches going back, I think, 2020. As far as I can tell, they did not meet in a CTM match until March of 2023. They met tons of times in like Classic Tetris League and Brawl and Gauntlet. They even met in the Waco regional before they ever met in a CTM match. That's actually crazy. Is that true? It does appear to be true. Gauntlet. I got to filter out some of these are doges and dogs. But yeah, they did not meet until March 2023. $403 for Dog, $420 for Myles. Then their second meeting was at Lone Star 2023. Like second meeting in a CTM context. $448 for Dog, $466 for Myles. Spidey says, wait, I thought this was their first meeting. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Are you using Control F on the match DB? Yeah, it has doges in there. I know. Why? Should I not be doing that, Anpu? $501 for Myles into 19. There's a Tetris 525. All right, somebody in the chat asked for a link to the playlist. There it is. $593 for Dog, $630 for Myles. You can also, if you want to purchase the music, you can go there. Support the artist. We love Flex Style. $684 for Myles, $644 for Dog. Oh, nice, Anpu. That's good to hear. Anpu working on an update to the match database or to a page to help search it. That'll help those of us who are full-time in this. I make heavy use of match database and Liquipedia and other sources. $725 for Dog, $744 for Myles. Tetris Myles, $775. $780 for Dog. Another Tetris Dog, $809. So they're like 4,000 points apart. Myles 11 lines ahead. We still have, 150 lines still that these players could work with. They take it all the way to 39. Dog's board, a little bit of a mess. Tetris for Myles, 932, 877 for Dog. Another Tetris Dog, 908. And there's one for Myles. Good clean boards for both players. And Myles ahead, by like a Tetris's worth of points, but also 10 lines. So Dog maybe with a little bit of a pace advantage. All right, Myles trying to work through some traffic here. And Dog has dug out, and he's set up again. Tetris for Myles. Max out for him, max out for Dog. Another Tetris Myles. He's 5 lines away from 29. Speed's going to increase. And here we go. Myles in at like A54. Dog's still on 27. There is a Tetris. A.S. Dreyer with the sub on Twitch. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right, Dog trying to bring this down. All right, Myles is dug substantially back down to the bottom here. A88, that's 1,088,000 for Myles. Tetris for Dog. C16, that's a 1.2 million. Tetris for Dog. C93. Tetris Dog D39. B43 for Myles. It's 190,000 point lead for Dog, and Myles also ahead by a little bit. There's some more points. Myles B87. Both players locked in, and now just 50 lines to go. Myles understands he's going for Tetris's now, kind of pushing. That left side could be tough. He gets a bar over and in, so Dog now 1.4 million. He's got the E in front of his score. That's 1.4 million, 11,000. Myles' board climbing. What can he do from here? He's got 30 lines to work with, and he's got to dig this down. And it just kind of gets worse and worse. And that is going to do it for Myles. Dog is good in game number 2. And goes up 2-0. That's tough, man. Either player, Dog or Myles, in round 2 is actually kind of crazy. Because normally these players would be like top 16 qualifiers, so having them both in round 2 is a little crazy, actually. Oh, Dog digging this down. He's got the 1.5. Is he going to be able to get the rollover off of this? He's one away, 3 lines. He's only got one more burned line available now. So if he's going to get it, he's got to get it now, and he's set up for it. And, oh, no, he's going to miss. He's got another shot, and he gets it in. The rollover for Dog, clutched with that second long bar after the hang. What the heck? I mean, he's just on another plane, like a whole other level of existence. That is actually crazy. He hung that first long bar into 39 and then got the other one, which is just nuts. This should not be legal. Should not be legal. Oh, our 11-time champion Corian in the chat with the Kowser champ emote, which I love. All right, both players, here are your pieces. You can take a moment if you need it. Vestcor Kowser champ. I know, I wish I had it. There we go. K9, thank you for gigantifying an emote, by the way. Appreciate that. A.S. Dreyer, by the way, with that resub prime, said 7 months in the best community. Thank you, A.S. Dreyer. There was also 3-1 countdown bits from K9 also. So appreciate that. Sometimes I'll miss a few things. If I got a lot going on here. I got to look at the games. I got to run the stream. I got to do this and that. 0. Myles, you are not on seed. You are... Myles, you just got... Wait a minute.
You just got seed checked. Myles Miller, you just got seed checked.
All right. All right, both players are good now. Let's go ahead and get them started in game number 3. Dog up 2-0. Myles looking to win this one to stay in the tournament. Yeah, it is kind of nuts to have this as a round 2 matchup. You would expect most of the time these players are qualifying solidly in the top 16, getting a, at least a 1 round bye each, ending up in separate brackets, but not this month. And, this is kind of one of the good things about Masters Event 2 is, or the 32 player version of it anyway, that we've moved to this year, is once in a while player like, top tier player has a kind of crappy qualifier, but they still have the opportunity to kind of win their way back in rather than getting left out in the cold. And by the cold, I mean Challenger Circuit. 114 for Dog, 116 for Myles. What's the world record with the level 39 max? You mean what's the highest score with the level 39 kill screen? So efficiency wise, yeah, that's Sidnev. It's like a 2.1 something. Oh yeah, Jazzy Josh just got it. $207 for Dog, 167 for Myles. Myles has a Vitz ready and waiting for a bar. The bar comes in, the Vitz is resolved, and now Myles waiting for the bar for the Tetris and gets that as well. 212 for Myles, 252 for Dog. Tetris Dog 298, 258 for Myles. $310 Dog, $304 for Myles. So this is pretty neck and neck. Think anyone will break Sidnev's record? Yes, I do. I think as long as NES Tetris continues, I think people will continue to break all kinds of records that don't seem like they can be broken, but they will be. 402 for Myles, 403 for Dog. By the way, thanks for being fan level members over at YouTube, Ravioli and DJ Mr. Boro. Appreciate that. We do have another slate of Tetris matches to be played after this match. This match here will resolve the final open top 16 spot. The winner of this will play Meme at some point in the coming days hopefully as part of the orange and yellow top 16. But we do have another top 16 bracket being broadcast tonight. It's going to be the blue and purple. And that will have Alex T, Hydrant Dude, Tetris Time, and Blue Scooty. Tetris for dog 613, kind of errant rotation with that S piece will slow dog down. He's got 5 burns he's got to take, but he's got 3 or 4 rows of garbage on top of that center. So he might transition into 19 a little bit awkwardly, but no, actually, see if he can get this bar. Yeah, there's the bar. So he's going to transition with a covered well, but easily resolvable. And yeah, 619 transition for dog, 597 transition for Myles. So under a Tetris lead for a dog at the 19 transition. Tetris for dog, 719, 648 for Myles. But yeah, I mean, eventually, you know, most of the records that are out there will be broken at some point, so long as people keep playing Tetris at a high competitive level. I mean, that's not a guarantee, but... And then new categories will be created that we probably we haven't really thought of yet, or maybe we're not tracking them yet. And new records will be established in those categories as well, so long as we keep playing. And honestly, I love seeing records broken. I think it is so fun. So that's probably one of the most fun things about having done CTM for so long, is just having been a part of so many record-breaking moments. And it is one of the motivations that keeps me doing this, because I just want more records to like keep falling and just more big moments. 789 for Myles. Tetris for dog, 895. Vandy, who do you want to win the Jonas Cup this year? I want either Sharky or Andy. Yeah, I don't have a rooting interest, except it would be fun to see. You know, I'm an American, so it would be fun to go see an American win. But on the other hand, I just want everyone to play their best and feel like, you know, they play to the best of their ability and have fun. I know it sounds cheesy, but it is true. When I watch it, I will probably develop a little bit of a rooting interest based on, you know, kind of what has transpired and just who's got momentum and just kind of what takes place. But in advance, I don't really have one. A59 for dog. There's a Tetris. A93, 906 for Myles. Okay, A05 Myles. That's a max. Dog's at the 1.1 on 27. He's into 28 now. He's got potentially 3 more Tetrises available if he goes no burns. 1 more would give him a 1.2 into 29. Myles with a Tetris A77. He's hunting a 1.1 into. And Tetris for dog C38 into 29. That's a 1.2 million. Myles has got the 1.1 million. Myles is set up. He has to take it down with a triple, though. And Myles is like, what do I got to do? I got a 1.1 into 29. And bro has got a 1.2, right? Tetris for Myles, B74, C58 for dog. A skimming Tetris for dog, C98. Myles with a Tetris. Going to resolve that little thing with a T. Tuck it in there. And the board's starting to climb a little bit for Myles. He's going to try to bring this down. Oh, boy. This is going to be really tough. That right side, what does he get over? He does get a long bar over. What the heck? Look at this. Oh, that bar to the left is going to be fatal. And that is going to do it for Myles. He's going to top out at C30. And dog is going to take this one in a sweep and move on to the top 16. I mean, Myles played his heart out. He played great. And it's always super fun to have Myles in these streams. And, you know, obviously a top tier player. But also you're kind of running into, you know, a world champion player who's kind of on a roll in this tournament with a Mega Masters win, the monthly win. He's got a lot of momentum here. And Dog with the 1.5, the 1.5. Yeah, GG's, Myles. Hope to see you again soon. I think Myles might have the record for the most consecutive CTMs played in. I just that's just from eyeballing it visually. But Dog, you will be going to the top 16. You're going to face Meme. So GG's to you. And he's got the rollover and going for more. Oh, that bar to the right. And that is going to do it. He's got the 1.7. And yeah, another great performance from Dog. And Myles played great as well. Okay, folks, we have another stream coming up in 30 minutes. I am going to take the break and the stream. Let me just do a quick thanks to those of you who supported the stream. New follows, Malice and Meat, Sketch Purple, Willing, Mr. K. Twitch subs are Jordan, Occupy Starbucks, Sage, AS Dreyer, Twitch bits from K9, Twitch raids from Dr. Mario Championship, and I think membership renewals over on YouTube from Ravioli and DJ Mr. Burrows. So thanks so much for that. Patrons, thank you so much for helping keep this thing going. I love bringing you guys this Tetris, every single month. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it and are glad you're doing it. So thank you to everybody on the screen, including Scott Gray, Jay the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Catkit, and Mila. Thank you very much. Prize pool still. I think we had some contribution to the prize pool. We did. It was $10 from Abby Normal. Thank you, Abby. I think I missed that a little bit earlier, but that gets us up to $1,249.99. Appreciate that, Abby. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this. We'll be back in about 25 minutes with the next bracket. Go off, do something, stretch your legs. It's going to be Alex T, Hydrant Dude, Tetris Time, and Blue Scooty. All right, see you all in a little bit. Bye-bye. That's YouTube, Twitch. I'll raid you off just to be nice, but see you here.